What's going on, good people? Brand Master Martina, Britt, Yelverton here. Come on into the room, be coachable, teachable, trainable, and post your city and state so that I can know where this value is reaching out in these internet streets. So, guys, if you want to know one of the secrets to your brand's momentum, then understand you need to be consistent, not complicated. I know you guys want to share and show all that you know. However, that may be a bit much for your audience. They may not be ready for everything that you have. Your audience doesn't need more content. They need to see you show up with a simple, steady value, right? Consistency will multiply their trust, right? Your visibility and the opportunity to do business with you. Branding isn't about being everywhere. It's about being somewhere consistently and showing up with your clear, clean, simplified, okay, method and mode of operations, right? So in today's episode, we're going to break down the difference between looking busy online and actually building momentum, right? The truth, simplicity plus consistency beats any kind of complexity and chaos every single time. So if you're ready to stop doing the most, right, and start doing what works, then this is one that you need to pay attention to on today. So specifically understanding that confusion does repel and that consistency attracts. So we have been dealing with the loss here lately, and I haven't been available to be live and on screen for every single segment. However, because we've already built the framework for showing up every Tuesday through Friday, for giving you the access to previous Watch Me Work Wednesdays, to introducing you to Follow Up Fridays, to giving you access inside of the community to the series, the podcast series for the love of business and branding. You guys know that regardless of what the brand master is going through, you're going to get this value, right? The momentum is now building from routine. I don't have to worry about being random and wishing and hoping. I actually build on the momentum of the plan that's already in place. These simple content plans are the most sustainable way and the most effective way I've noticed the building of the subscribes, the follows, the comments, the shares. The percentages from the statistics are really telling the truth. I don't have to wonder about anything. By repeating my core message, you guys recognize, trust, and see the expert authority that not only myself, but my entire team has. And it is what is attracting you to staying plugged in and to wanting more. All right. So, here in this week, day two of Stop Hiding and Showing Up this week, I'm about to free you from the pressure of doing all of that. Let's be real. If showing up online feels overwhelming to you right now, it's probably because your strategy that you're using is too complicated, right? But guess what? Consistency will win over the complexity. So even if you are being complex in your strategy right now, I suggest you simplify it and become consistent with the core message first. So let's talk about how you can operate inside of this principle, inside of this secret called brand momentum, and how you can understand that it is doable, but even more beautiful than that, it is duplicatable. All right. So, in point one, let's talk about why complicated brands fail. If you're posting different things every day with no plan, then your strategy is too complicated and it's going to fail. If you're on 5 platforms but can't keep up with even one of them, then your brand is too complex. Your strategy is too confusing, it's too chaotic, and it's going to fail. So let me clear this up so you'll understand where I am and I don't seem like I'm being a hypocrite. I'm on all the platforms, but it's the same content across all the platforms, specifically so that we can pay attention to the statistics to learn more about you, my audience, so that I can serve you better. I'm not looking to serve you at the highest level on TikTok. I'm not looking to serve you at the highest level on Pinterest. I'm not looking to serve you at the highest level on Facebook, right? I'm on multiple platforms so that I can become aware of who and where you are so that I can actually attract you over to the platform that I serve at my highest, and that's on YouTube. So I hope that makes sense. I'm not saying you don't need to be on those platforms. I'm saying where possible, repurpose your content from your main platform onto those platforms and pull them back to your main platform. But regardless of whether or not you use that repurposing strategy, make sure you're putting the same content on all of the platforms. Because if you don't, then you will be becoming too complex, too complicated for the audience that's trying to find your most valued information. The more chaotic your content feels, the less confident your audience will feel. Ask me how I know. I have had in the past some of the most confused clients, some of the most confused CTT squad members because they just were not sure what to do next. However, now they are showing up clean, organized, clear. They know exactly what to do, how to do it, how to make enhancements, how to make changes, how to even not launch brand new portions of their strategic plan aligned with their core message even better. And they're seeing results, tremendously more quickly. Okay. So again, the more chaotic your content feels, the less confidence your audience feel. And you don't want to be leading a tribe or a squad of confused people, because what are they going to do? Attract more confused people to you and to them. And you don't want that. Okay. So point number 2, what consistent branding looks like. Let's talk about that. Again, and you'll hear me say this until the cows come home. One core message shared 3 ways, 4 ways, 5 ways, multiple platforms each week. That is what consistent branding looks like. One core message on repeat. Okay. On a visible schedule, like our lives every Tuesday through Friday. Our reels go out every single day, even on the weekends. Our stories, our shorts go out consistently, and they all have the exact same one call to action. And that is to come and join us inside of the free branding community. And inside of that organized community, you can learn, you can see, and you can do more, right? You must use repetition to actually create the memory, so that the audience, the person you're looking to attract to you, goes, oh, she's the one who helps you with branding. She's the one who helps you simplify your plan of action so that you have one core message, you have one mission, you have one vision, you have one set of core values that you operate from. She's the one that helps you organize, helps you simplify, helps you organize, helps you visualize what it is that you're trying to do with your brand. And she also shows you how to utilize your social media, how to utilize your domain, how to like everything that is surrounding your brand. I want you to have that inside of your specific niche, whichever way you want to say it. Okay. You have to use repetition until that audience member immediately thinks of you when someone asks a question that is directly inside of your niche. Okay. Point number 3, simplicity creates confidence for you and your audience. Okay. I'm going to love this one. All right. When you actually create simplified methods, simplified steps, any type of simplified consistency, you'll show up more because you already know what to say. Your audience will already know what to expect. They'll know when to expect it. And with a simplified format, I'm going to give you in just a moment, then you will be able to do this on rinse and repeat off the dome without any type of hesitation. Ask me how I know. I am available to tell you where to go to find each and every single one of my many clients, because I have trained them, or I have actually set up the structure for them so I can actually simply tell you where to go. So if you're in the Winston-Salem area, and you're interested in becoming a part of an amazing club of men that actually honor young basketball female teams in high school and helping them, move through the transitions that happen in the athletic realm or whatever, I already know off the dome you want to get in contact with the Winston-Salem Sportsman's Club. If I'm thinking about HBCUs and the athletic the department that is available there, I know a foundation, the Bill Hayes.org foundation, that actually is running annual golf tournaments to raise money for sports athletics, for the athletes that are in the sporting realm, to help them ascend into college and to get athletic contracts. And you want to go to billhayes.org. Listen to the names that I'm using. I know that if you're looking for an online coach and you're trying to transition from different areas of your personal life, you're trying to transition along the lines of helping your teen go from whatever they're dealing with through high school, middle school, high school, elementary school, transitioning into college, as well as dealing with home life, then I know that you need to go to an online life coach, and you want to go to My New Walk in Life, and you want to talk with Tawana Satterwhite Yelverton about these different things that you're trying to do yourself as a parent, as well as how you're working, and including the trials and tribulations that your teens are going through. I know if you're trying to do things along the realm of what's going on with your legacy and your family legacy and things that you're going through, that you might want to get in contact with Caressa Rainey of Rainey Notary Services. But she also is the owner and founder of Newer Heights DNA. And she has an entire platform that deals with making sure you're leaving your legacy to the right individual, to the correct family member, right? I know that based on what it is that I have helped them develop, but I know what their simplified core message is. I know that if you're looking for a life coach that can help you understand chakras and the different levels of that, like I myself don't really know all about it, but I know if you're trying to awaken something within you that you are already purposed and passionate to do, and you need someone to assist you with going through those levels, then you can get in contact with Awaken with Elva J. Jenkins. I'm telling you these things because it's easy for me to understand each and every person's individual realm based on their core messaging. Okay. If you are in the spiritual realm and you need help as a first lady, supporting that first man in everything that he's doing, and you're trying to figure out how to find your position, not only in the community of the church, but how to assist the women, that are in this realm, then you want to go to Dr. Regina A. Turner, and you want to talk with her about wealth God's way and how to help the community, the congregation, the pastor himself as the first lady. Then I know you need to get on the daily inspiration that comes from Dr. Regina Turner and Wealth God's Way. I know that if you are in that ministry and you need things like robes for the pastor, the first lady, you have events that are coming up, you have a congregation or a large choir and they need robes, then you need to go to Bride of Christ Robes with Stella Scott out of Camden, New Jersey, because she can help you dress that bride the way, and I'm saying that bride meaning the first lady in the church, if she is the overseer of the church, and I may not be using the correct terminology, but I know who to send you to get that done the right way. There's so many clients that I have, but because their brand is simplified, clean with one core message, I know who to tell you who to go to. Okay, so that's a long way to get you to understand what consistent branding looks like over a long period of time, and how not only does this work for them as the client, this works for me as the person who wants to refer all the people in my network. When they have one core message, it allows their referability to go through the roof. Okay. So, point 3, simplicity, like I was saying, creates confidence. When you take the simple format of story, lesson, and then an invite, or a tip, a tool, and then a call to action, or showing someone the behind the scenes, the believability of it, and now you can offer them something. These are three simple formats with only 3 steps each that will help you drive the core message that you have. So, and again, I'm going to repeat this so you can make sure you're writing this down. A simple format could be your story, the lesson, and then inviting someone to know more. You could also utilize this method, giving someone a tip, showing them the tool that you used, and then giving them a call to action for what they can do next with it. Or you want to show them the behind the scenes of a story or a situation or a problem that you had. Once you did X, Y, and Z, how it drove your belief through the roof, and now you can offer them the opportunity to join you on the next venture. Okay, those are 3 different methods of simplicity that you can use when you're building your consistency, which ultimately will build your confidence. Okay, finally, in point 4, let me explain to you some of the processes that could give you a rhythm by utilizing my Dollar Deals membership as an example. In the Dollar Deals membership, the brand new Dollar Deals membership, we go through weekly themes, and all of it is surrounding the building, the brand building, the education, and the ability to help you guys, okay, move through what it is that you're trying to do or shift or, as a beginner brander, okay? We give you weekly themes, we give you daily prompts, and we give you implementation steps to support you in the process. This is what happens inside of the Dollar Deals membership. There is a built-in repeatable content system that you can plug into and go. I teach you how to develop all of your foundational aspects utilizing your worksheets, your questions, your call to actions, your prompts, whether you're using your project planning worksheet, your mind map, your weekly blocker. We're picking one of these avenues to begin to build your repeatable content system. Then we take that plan of action that you have, we format it into some graphics if needed. We go ahead and put it into a system that you can stream about. And from that streaming, you are available to create reels, posts, blogs, vlogs, newsletters, emails, SMS, all of this you are available to repurpose, right? So that it continues to work on your behalf while you get back to your life. All right. Again, momentum isn't about being fast. It's about being faithful to the process. And the only way you actually get to know more about the process is if you actually become immersed in the community. So again, and I'll say it louder for the people in the back, you want to join us, you want to register for your account, you want to join us in after office hours, and you can do that by going over to learnleadandlevelup.com. You want to register for your account. If you already have an account, you want to log in, okay? And you want to go up to the events tab and select the option on today's date so that you can join us inside of the after office hours. Zoom, you can ask your question, you can submit your questions inside of the private group, you can actually create a discussion and get more information for the community that's already there. There's so many different ways that you can find out whether or not what you're endeavoring to do will work, because you can test it on the community. All right, so let's move into these objections before we close out. And I get this one a lot. You've heard me say it before. I'm going to say it louder for the people in the back. When you think you don't have time to be consistent, I'm helping you understand that's why you need a simple plan, not a complex one. That's why you need to shift your mindset and understand that simplicity does equal sustainability. You don't have to figure it out every day because you took time to figure out your plan. Now all you have to do is stick to the plan and stay with the plan long enough for the plan to work. All right. And that's why we utilize repurposing, so that you can get your time back. All right. Now you may be thinking, I have run out of things to say. I don't know how, because your messaging doesn't change. Your examples may, your trials, your tribulations, and your triumphs may. You are literally telling the story of what it is that you are currently doing, all you're doing is continuing to rotate the same core message. You'll take a different client and show the result. You'll take a different product and show the result. You'll take a different service and show the result. But your core message for whatever you've determined for that plan of action and that strategy, long enough for it to work, that doesn't change. So you can't run out of things to say. And you may also be thinking, well, I actually feel like I'm repeating myself. That's exactly what you are doing. You are repeating yourself because that's how people remember you. Repetition builds recognition and trust. And remember this, guys, they didn't hear it the first time anyway. They didn't see the post the first time. They didn't see the reel the first time. They didn't see the short. They didn't see the story. And if it was the story goes away in 24 hours. So you know they didn't see it. They didn't see it the first time. So you have to repeat it. You have to repost it. You have to tell that story again because they didn't even hear it the first time. The algorithm did not favor you. It doesn't truly favor anyone that's not paying. That's the reason we're showing you a simplified way to do what you're already doing anyway, because they ain't see it the first time anyway. Okay. So what's one thing that you feel like you could simplify in your brand this week, right? What is that one thing that you feel you could simplify in your brand this week? Is it your posting schedule, your messaging, your content format? What is the one thing that you feel that you have overcomplicated, before you got with the brand master, that you can now simplify in your brand this week? Have a look at your brand inventory worksheet. Have a look at your messaging. Have a look at your team building checklist. Have a look at your visibility action plan. And what is one thing that you're currently doing far too complex that you can now simplify and you can move forward? I want to see where you're ready to clean up. I want to see where you're ready to revamp, what you're going to reorganize and make better. Because simplicity creates confidence, confidence creates consistency, and consistency will create momentum. The best brands don't post more, they post better and more consistently. I hope that you will be with us this Friday to be able to download your visibility action plan, your visibility rhythm, whatever we're going to determine, so that you can begin to revamp and reorganize and simplify the complex brand that you currently have in place. I appreciate your time on today. I hope you will take the opportunity to register for your account, your free account at learnleadandlevelup.com, that you will join us in after office hours and that you will ask your business question, your brand question, so that we can help you simplify what you're doing far too complex and that your audience can become even more clear about what your messaging is, what that core message is, and how it will serve them. Because they're only dialing to WIIFM. What's in it for me? They're not studying you. They want to know what it is that you have, what value it is, what purpose that they were attracted to you will solve for them, right? And I want to help you make that plain so that we can continue to attract those people and you can move forward with your impact and your increase. I'll catch you in after office hours, or I'll catch you on tomorrow's live. Hey y'all, hey, Brandmaster Martina, Britt, Yelverton here, giving you the latest update about our daily Get Your Assets in Order and Brand You series. Join me live each and every Tuesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for actionable steps on brand building for beginners, current client revisions, and watch as we level up brands in 2025. We are covering everything from tools, tips, strategies, and systems like Canva, StreamYard, High Level, AI automations, and more. These will take you from confused to confident. So after each live stream, you can hop on Zoom with us to ask your questions and get personalized answers. If I were you, I wouldn't miss out. Mark your calendars and subscribe now to our YouTube channels. Join our free communities, and I'll say it louder for the people in the back. If you want to learn, lead, and level up as a struggling entrepreneur, we have the solution, the systems, and the experts. Our entire team is live each and every weekday at 12 p.m., 1 p.m., and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you can lunch and learn. If you snooze, you will lose. I said what I said. You heard what you heard. Now do what you know you need to do to get your assets in order.